Welcome back to Analytical Media. We are a consortium, a group of therapists, college professors, and well-published peer-reviewed authors. Today's question: why do people stay with a cheating partner? We would assume from the term cheating partner that this is not an open relationship. If it were an open relationship, then it would be fine. But they probably would not be using the word cheating when they ask the question. Cheating is doing something dishonest. Assuming those things are true, it really is cheating and it is dishonest because it is cheating, then why would someone stay with a cheating partner? Because they're afraid to make it in the world on their own. They don't want to give up what they have. A relationship is more than love. It's money, it's a home, it's a mother for the children or a father for the children. It's your standing in the community. It's your shared friends. It's your involvement in the church. Breaking up a relationship means there's going to be loss. Sometimes the cheater has more power in the relationship. The cheater knows that the other person will put up with it because the other person can't make a living, doesn't have the skills to make a living, can't make it on his or her own, which of course is very abusive and a sign of a very bad relationship. One might say this is a relationship of convenience and not a real relationship based on love between two people. However, a relationship of convenience is easily ended. There are no hurt feelings, there's no love lost because it's not a real relationship, one based on love. This is one based on convenience. As long as my partner makes most of the money, I don't have to work. As long as my partner goes to work every day, I can stay home and write the great American novel, which I have never started. There are many reasons for a relationship, for two people to be involved in a relationship. It's not always based on love. But if it is based on love, and we have a cheating partner, that cheating must end. The damage done by cheating is never overstated. Cheating always involves lying. And lying destroys any trust there is in a relationship. And many relationships end with the first instance of cheating. She cheated, he ends the relationship. He cheated, she ends the relationship. Very often cheating is just a way to date and get to know other people while maintaining the safety of the marriage or existing relationship. And many cheaters end up leaving the relationship and forming a new relationship or even marriage picked to cheat with. If cheating does occur in a relationship, the reason for it must be found out, identified, and then addressed. It has to be removed. And perhaps that may mean ending the relationship. If one of the two parties simply hasn't dated enough, has not had much experience, then they do not know what a relationship is supposed to be, and they don't value this particular relationship, not because they can identify something being wrong with it, but because they haven't other relationships to compare it to. They have the ones on television, they have the ones in movies, but those aren't real. They simply haven't been in many relationships, and so they don't know what love is supposed to be. And for those people, the relationship is over because it should have never began. They weren't ready. There are people who cheated because they were drunk or they were high and they were out and it just happened. And that might be forgivable. because after all, they were drunk, they were high. But the way to prevent that is to be sure that they're never out drunk and high again, or at least not without their partner. I hope you can understand that. You can't ignore it. You can't say, well, if you're drunk and you're high, I understand. Because any cheating is a threat to the relationship. And a threat is a bad thing. When relationships end, they are devastating. When relationships end, it is devastating. It's not devastating to the person who wants to end the relationship, but it is devastating to the person, the party in the relationship who does not want it to end. The person who wants it to end has wanted that for a very long time, kept it to him or herself, and began secretly dating. And when they get caught, they're ready for the relationship to end. That's very common. So we need to look at why the cheating occurred. Not enough experience, curiosity, drunk or high, or looking for a new partner. So cheating is not acceptable. And when one partner cheats, the other partner should not ignore it, assuming that the other partner wants the relationship to continue. Maybe the partner doesn't care if they cheat because they don't care. They don't care because they don't care about the relationship. They don't care about that person. There's no love. Again, we're looking at a relationship of convenience, which is not uncommon, but it's not desirable. It's not a bonding. It's just like having a roommate. And mostly the weaker party in the relationship will put up with the cheating. Well, they'll fight about it, they'll complain, but they won't leave, which is a fashion or form of acceptance of the cheating. But you can't be in love with someone and accept them cheating when you know that cheating is a danger, a threat to end your relationship, the one you value, the person you love. But if you feel weak, if you're the weaker person in a relationship, you may stay. You may put up with it, but it's a bad sign. First of all, the cheater should feel bad about cheating. If you really love someone, you would not cheat on them knowing that they would be so badly hurt because of your action. You simply wouldn't do it. You may do it out of ignorance, not knowing that it would matter so much, or believing you could get away with it, and knowing that this cheating means nothing to you. That type of cheating is a form of ignorance. And they may find out that the relationship they value will end because of that careless, foolish cheating event. People stay with a cheating partner generally because of weakness. Occasionally because they don't care. They don't have a relationship they care about. It doesn't matter. It's convenient though. His money's good or her money's good coming in. It provides a lot. You don't really care about love. You're not getting love from this person. But you're getting money. You're getting a home, status in the community. Again, the best reason we could provide for staying is a weakness in the partner who is being cheated on. Afraid that they can't find somebody as good. Afraid they can't make it on their own. A lack of self-respect. Just weakness. Now the stronger partner, the cheater, is likely to find out that just because they are strong enough to get away with it and manipulate the relationship and put up with the hollering and the fighting from their partner until they say, the cheater say, okay, that's enough. Don't say any more, it's over, it's done with. And they can do that because they have power. They have the power to do it. But they'll find out that inequity of power in the relationship is restored almost always at the end of the relationship. So in other words, you took more than your share for 10 years. Now, in an attempt to return to a balanced, fair, equitable relationship, the lesser person for the last 10 years will now become overly powerful by finding aggressive attorneys who will rip apart the other partner, go after things that you would say, that's not right, that's not fair, but the attorney does what the client requests. Or the cheating partner, the bully, may find himself being pushed off a cliff, poisoned or murdered in some other fashion. Any follow-up questions you have, just let us know. Email us, write it in the comments, share this with other people, and let us know what you think. What are your thoughts? We will see you the next time we post.